Nopo, and welcome back to Danganronpa with my good friend KrysInColor.
What's going on, everybody? Welcome back to the channel. It's trial time!
Yes, it is time for our first class trial in the murder case of one Sayaka Maizono.
That's right.
Rip the dream.
So go ahead and like this video. It helps us out a lot. Also, go back to my channel, where the previous episode was on, and subscribe there, so you don't miss anything for the Danganronpa co-op.
And if you have not already watched Krys's video on his channel, that's where we go over the entire investigation. We talked to everyone, discovered everything that we could to prepare us for this, well, I'm sure it's going to be a lovely and peaceful trial.
Let's get into it. We've got a long way to go.
Class trial!
Now then, allow me to appoint a proper location for the proceedings. Please go through the red door on the first floor of the school.
Ooh!
See you soon!
The red room! Or the red door. It's not red room yet, hopefully. The red door on the first floor. That rhymed. That's also where I should go. No, where I have to go. Well, yeah, he's gonna fucking kill you if you...
Oh, they fast travel us here, which is really good.
Yay! You need some WD-40.
You're late, Makoto! We've all been waiting for you!
I bet you are afraid you would be discovered as the murderer you are.
Listen to me!
Let's not jump to conclusions just yet. Save that for the class trial. There we can all reveal the details of Makoto's crime! Oh, thanks for the faith in me, guys.
So they really are convinced I did it. But I didn't do it. Me and Sayaka both know that all too well.
And with her dead, I don't have an alibi! Damn it!
But then who is the killer? It was Sayaka! The one who murdered Sayaka. Is it really one of us?
Is everyone here? Okay then. Please board the elevator in front of you, which will transport you to the courtroom.
Is there enough space? Is there enough space to put 6 feet distance between all of us?
Where all your fates will be decided.
Everyone have a mask?
I'll meet you all down there. I'll be waiting.
Taka, do you have hand sanitizer? So should I talk to these people?
If you want to.
It's been a while since we've heard him talk, so...
That's true. So whoever stuck us here even... So whoever stuck us here even took the time to set up a goddamn courtroom, huh? They really all have one-liners, so...
I'm sorry.
Sorry, in the end, I wasn't able to do any looking around or anything. Is this really how Sayaka would want us to find out who killed her? Those are the important ones. I guess I have no choice but to get on this elevator.
Well then.
Let us begin.
Yes.
Good idea.
Hey,
Are you scared? No, scared isn't quite right.
Makoto.
I've said it before, but it's up to you to uncover the mystery surrounding this case yourself. If you don't, you'll never come to grips with the truth. I need to uncover the truth of Sayaka's death. I didn't need someone else to tell me to do that. In Sayaka's honor, I swear I'll find out who the real killer is. As I raised my voice to try and give myself courage, I turned, trembling with anticipation, towards the elevator.
I peed a little.
With each step forward, I could feel my heart starting to race faster and faster. Everyone else was already on the elevator when I finally stepped on. The elevator closed and slammed me into it. Oh god!
A third murder.
The doors closed and the elevator started to move. I don't know if I even said words there. Okay, this is a pretty sizable elevator.
Yeah.
The steel box descended with heavy clunking sounds towards the school's basement. I wonder if this is how a death row inmate feels when his time finally comes.
Oh,
Rather than that, is it not more like a defendant waiting to receive his judgment? Oblivious to our shared anxiety, the elevator lowered us further and further into the bowels of the school. I hate that term being used to describe stuff.
Bowels, right? It's so weird.
No! You finally arrived!
Yep.
Oh, what do you think? Doesn't it feel just like a real courtroom?
No, it's very fancy.
It's too fancy.
It's like a Hollywood movie set, right?
Not even close. It's total shit.
Well then.
Okay, everyone find your assigned seats and sit down. Jeez, you don't get no class if it bit you in the ass. Hurry up now, hurry up!
We did what he said and found our seats. The seats were arranged in a giant circle. It was set up so that everyone could see everyone else, which also meant that it'd be easy for anyone to transfer their attention and unease onto anyone else. The air seemed to grow heavy as we sat there. And so, the curtain on our first case opened. A deadly judgment. A deadly deception. A deadly betrayal. Very deadly. He barely even fits into the stand! A deadly riddle, a deadly defense, a deadly faith. A deadly class trial.
Why is he sweating? We haven't done anything yet. Let's go ahead and save, yes.
Yes, please do.
Let's save an empty slot.
E.
Alright, so you can open your e-handbook to check to see your truth bullets. You can set your skills if you want to put any, like... I don't really have skills. A 10 of influence. We have 10 skill points. Increase the influence gauge by 2. Affected during the class trial.
I think we unlocked 1 from Sayaka.
It's this one.
No.
Oh, Melodious Voice. Increase damage to the opponent when a statement is destroyed. Affected during the bullet time battle.
Okay.
Yeah, why not? We have the... Alright, I think that literally is anything. Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool. So, let's go back. Do you want to go over the...
Yeah, let's go over the handbook.
Okay. So, tooth bullets. Monokuma file number 1.
Alright. Victim was Sayaka. Time of death is estimated to be around 1:30 a.m. The body was discovered in Makoto's room. Death took place in the bathroom. The cause of death was a stab wound to the abdomen, and her right wrist appears to have been fractured.
You said cows of death?
You shut up. This is supposed to be very serious.
Oh, sorry.
Move.
You said cows. Evidence of a struggle.
There are numerous scratches and gouges on the bed and walls in Makoto's room. Evidence of a struggle.
Replica sword.
It was found out of its sheath on the floor in the middle of the room. The sword handle was missing some of the gold coating, as was part of the blade. There's also some of the gold on Sayaka's hand. She was found some distance from the sword itself and shows evidence of being scratched with a sharp object. Then Makoto and Sayaka traded rooms and room keys. The victim was discovered. Makoto's room key was also found in Makoto's room. Sayaka had originally asked Makoto to switch with her when someone attempted to force their way into her room, and she became frightened.
The toolkit.
This had been placed in Makoto's room before he arrived. It remains unopened. No evidence of it having ever been used. All the other male students claim that they haven't used theirs either, but still. Not a single hair was found on the floor at this scene of the crime. In addition, the lint roller showed evidence of being used. Sayaka's right wrist had been fractured, and her wrist was glittery at the injury location. In addition, her hands appeared to be completely clean, except for the index finger of her left hand, which had some blood on it. A series of numbers have been written in blood on Makoto's bathroom wall, 11037. It is assumed that Sayaka wrote these numbers while leaned up against the wall as she lay dying.
Interesting.
So we didn't really get any clarification on that, but I'm sure that will come in handy later.
Maybe.
Hopefully. Makoto's bathroom door was difficult to open due to it not being quite fitting in the dorm frame properly. The only 2 people who knew the trick to opening it were Makoto, the room's owner, and Sayaka, the victim. Makoto's bathroom doorknob had been broken. The screws holding it in place had all been partially or completely removed. The nameplates on the doors to Sayaka and Makoto's rooms were apparently switched at some point. The kitchen in the dining hall has a set of kitchen knives. Apparently one of the knives had gone missing. And, Sayaka's stomach! Knife from the kitchen went missing while Hina was in the dining hall. Hina swears that Makoto did not come to the dining hall at any point while she was there.
Oh, wait, did I miss something in the last? Oh, no.
There's apparently a trash room within the school. It's blocked off by a sturdy gate that can only be opened with the trash room key. Okay, incinerator can be activated via a switch on the machine. Fumi was on cleaning duty, and he claims that the last time he saw the incinerator, it was off. However, when Makoto checked it after the incident, the incinerator was, in fact, on. The distance from the gate to the incinerator is roughly 30 feet. A piece of burnt clothing was found next to the incinerator in the trash room. It is apparently part of a shirt cuff and has a noticeable bloodstain on it. Shards of glass were found next to the incinerator in the trash room. As it turns out, the glass ball would have fit comfortably in the palm of a person's hand. Apparently, yes, Hiro left the ball on the laundry room on accident, so anyone could have come along and taken it.
Alright. Okay, so, now that we have that all the way, I have a walkthrough up to kind of keep us on track, but since it's your first trial, I want you to kind of take the reins.
Okay.
And you make your deductions, and you play the game as normal. If you need help, I got the answers for you, so.
Okay.
Are you ready for your first trial?
Dear God, I hope so.
Hit it! Oh, guess what?
All rise!
The best part about this?
Let's begin with a basic
It's entirely voice acted, so we don't have to do anything.
Yay!
So, your votes will
But you know what I will do?
results.
Which means I don't need Benny anymore. He gets his own chair.
Yay!
There you go, buddy.
Basic explanation of the class trial, so your votes will determine the results.
If you can figure out who done it, then only they will receive punishment. But if you pick the wrong one, then I'll punish everyone besides the blackened, and the one that deceived everyone else will graduate.
And the killer really is one of us, right?
Of course.
Okay then. Everyone, close your eyes. And whoever did it, raise your hand.
That'll work.
Don't be a goddamn idiot. Why the hell would they raise their hand?
Before we move on and start the trial, can I ask a question real quick?
Can I go to the bathroom?
What's going on with those pictures?
I'd feel awful if they got left out just because they died. Friendship penetrates even death's barrier. Friendship penetrates?
But dear God, Hifumi.
Okay, but what about that other empty seat? There were only 15 of us to begin with, so why are there 16 seats?
Oh, no reason. It's just that our little courtroom here can technically fit up to 16 people. Okay, that about does it for the preamble. Get ready to get started.
What a weird little detail.
First up is the case summary. Now, let the class trial begin.
Yay!
We're here.
It's about to begin. The debate is to decide who we think the killer is. Anything I found, anything I noticed, I have to be ready to speak up about everything. Because this isn't just about me. Everyone's lives are on the line. Your first non-stop debate is about to begin. Would you like to hear more? Yes, I want to make sure that I understand this.
I'll get this one. As things progress during each class trial, you will engage in a number of non-stop debates. During these discussions, characters will speak one after another, without pause. It's up to you to unearth any lies or contradictions buried within their statements. What this means is that you'll have What this means is that you'll have to use your truth bullets to refute what they say. Any relevant truth bullets you found during your investigation will be loaded into the truth cylinder. Use the mouse to aim, then fire with the left mouse button.
Okay.
Pay close attention to each character's statements and use your truth bullets to blast the right ones. Note that if you run out of time, you will automatically fail, so please be careful.
Okay.
They give you like 15 minutes, and you don't need any of that.
Okay.
If you press the escape key during these arguments, you can review the controls. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Okay, so left button shoots the gun.
And aim with the mouse.
Okay.
Yes. Again, I have everything loaded up on a walkthrough, but you're gonna do it just how you think it's right.
I assert that the one who was murdered was Miss Sayaka Maizono.
Yeah,
Wait.
I know that part already. And the murder took place in Makoto's room.
In the bathroom. So it seems most likely that
The killer must have taken her by surprise while she was in the bathroom. She didn't even have a chance to resist.
There we go. You shoot the orange things.
Okay.
Just a second.
I assert it was Sayaka. No, that's wrong.
With the way things had been damaged, I think we can definitely assume there was a struggle.
The struggle is real.
And who?
Between Sayaka and the killer, of course.
So you're saying Sayaka wasn't caught by surprise in the bathroom?
she must have been attacked in the main room first. Then she ran to the bathroom to try and hide. The
Yep.
killer followed her in, and that's where they finished the job.
That much should have been obvious after taking one look at the scene. It shouldn't even need explaining.
Fuck you, Byakuya.
Aww.
Yeah, fuck you. Don't make Chihiro cry.
Next is the subject of the murder weapon.
Wow, this is starting to sound like a real trial.
What the fuck do you think it is, Big Chungus? Need to determine what was used to kill Sayaka. Kitchen knife set.
Yup. So what was used to kill her?
There was some kind of sharp object thrust into her stomach. Without a doubt, that is the murder weapon.
So the killer used some random knife they had on him.
No, that's wrong.
Break.
Yeah, that.
Doing it.
Yay!
I do think it was a knife, but not just any knife. I'm almost positive it was a kitchen knife.
Huh? A kitchen knife?
After the murder, we discovered that one of the knives from the kitchen was missing.
Which means that knife must be the murder weapon.
I'm actually pretty proud of the voice I gave Sakura.
Oh, yeah.
You did great.
I guess that makes sense. You could sort of see the weapon sticking out of her stomach.
Yeah.
And if you look real close, I could totally see that being a kitchen knife.
Okay, so the murder weapon was a kitchen knife, but where does that get us?
It's the same kind of knife used to cut his baguette hair.
I mean, we all know Makoto killed her, right?
That's right. Makoto's room was the scene of the crime. What more proof do you need?
Any real proof will do.
Let's draw our conclusions after we've presented our arguments. Otherwise, what's the
I
point
was-
of the trial?
I was against her at first, but I'm starting to like her.
Well, we can talk all we want.
Kyoko.
It's not going to change that
She used to be, like, super standoffish, but she's sensical.
I don't think that's true at all. I'm sure if we keep at it, something new will reveal itself.
You really believe that?
Yes. She's right. There's gotta be a breakthrough somewhere just waiting for us to find it. Because I know damn well I'm not the killer. There's a bit more to learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Let's do it.
Yep.
You can concentrate by holding down the space key.
Okay.
While you're concentrating, the time will slow down so you can pay closer attention to what everyone's saying. On top of that, it'll steady your aim, making it easier to target potential weak spots. Concentrating like this consumes the focus gauge, and if the gauge empties, you can't concentrate.
Ah, ADHD. Got it.
I didn't want to make a joke about it, but yeah. But the focus gauge will recover over time, so let your brain take a rest. No need to rush. Well then, good luck, and as we say in the roller coaster world of trials, have fun.
Everyone here is so flat.
Alright, always a count.
So I guess there's no question that the kitchen knife was the murder weapon.
Yep.
But where does that get us?
Makoto must have taken it from the kitchen, right? He did it in secret when nobody was in the dining hall.
No, that's wrong.
You keep reading that they're orange.
Yes. Watch out for the orange one. Break!
Okay, wait. Hold on. I didn't take the knife from the kitchen.
Next, you're gonna say you're not the killer, right? Go
I've been
ahead
saying that.
and say it all you want.
Well, what if I have a witness? What do you think, Hina?
Huh?
Remember what you were telling me earlier?
Yes. Save me, baby girl. Well, I went to go get some tea from the kitchen last night, and all of the knives were still there. When I finished my tea and went back to the kitchen to wash my glass, one of the knives was gone. So you're saying the knife disappeared while you were drinking your tea in the dining hall? Yeah.
Just to be perfectly clear, the knife disappeared while you were in the dining hall, correct?
Yeah, that's
Yes.
right.
And at any point while you were there, did you ever see me come into the dining hall?
No, I don't think so.
You don't think so?
No, he definitely wasn't there.
The knife disappeared while Hina was in the dining hall. But I wasn't there the entire time. In other words, there's no way I could have taken the knife.
This makes me feel like a badass.
Then what about this?
What if the idiot swimmer girl and Makoto are in on it together and lying to protect each other?
Idiot swimmer girl? Oh, and more importantly, why would I get involved in something like that?
Speaking of which, I'd like to ask the bear, if there is an accomplice, do they also become blackened?
So you ask, and so I shall answer. Each murder is allowed to have an accomplice, but only the one who does the killing will get to graduate.
So in other words, two people can work together, but one of them has no chance of profiting from it.
Okay.
And there's no way anyone would work together, right?
That actually answers one of the questions I was going to ask, so yay!
But what if they did work together, and they just didn't know about the rule?
Ugh, good grief! Enough already! No, okay? There are no accomplices in this case! Oops, did I say that out loud?
Anyway, I
love Monokuma sometimes.
And I didn't take the knife, so I'm not the killer.
Yeah!
Okay, so then, who did take the knife?
Hina seems the obvious candidate. After all, she just said she was in the dining hall.
Yeah, she was like one of the people I was suspicious of.
No way!
Hina?
I swear it wasn't me!
Just because of that coincidence.
Sure, but can you or anyone else prove that?
But
I can.
Ooh!
That's right! Sakura was with me the entire time I was drinking my tea.
Why didn't you mention that before?
Yeah.
I hate to have to ask, but just to be sure, Sakura's...
Me.
Right.
But
Wow.
then, couldn't either one of them have grabbed the knife?
Actually, no. Because, well...
Are y'all making out in there?
Just spit it out already.
I stayed in Hina's room last night.
Oh.
I got so scared thanks to those
That's
creepy videos. I wasn't really thinking, I just asked her to stay over. Which means we have airtight alibis.
You stayed over? Doesn't that violate one of the school regulations?
We're not allowed to sleep anywhere but the dorms, but it doesn't say we have to stay in our assigned room, so I don't think that's a problem.
It is a problem! A boy and a girl spending the night together? It's unwholesome!
Next thing you know, they're gonna kiss!
Sakura's a girl, though.
But I'm a girl.
You are? Oh my gosh, I'm so sorry!
Taka!
No one's talked to Sakura, that makes me sad.
But if it wasn't either
Sakura's
of you,
amazing.
then what other possibility is there?
Actually, there is one other possibility. Right, Hina?
Oh, yeah, that's true. One other person did come to the dining hall while we were there.
Why didn't you say so in the first place?
Well, because they're not here anymore.
Ooh. Someone who's not here? Are you talking about?
Sayaka. She's the one who came to the dining hall. And then later, she wound up dead.
Sayaka? Okay, so the person who took the knife from the kitchen was...
Definitely Monokuma.
Hmm?
No. Oh, yeah.
Monokuma?
No. I was joking. It's...
I think probably Sayaka. She said she was looking for a weapon for self-defense.
I got it! Then, Sayaka is the one who took the knife?
Yeah, I was joking when I said Monokuma.
That's the only possibility. And thinking back on it, she was acting kind of unusual. When she came into the dining hall, she didn't even look at us. She just went straight to the kitchen.
Yeah, like, I remember her saying she was looking for a weapon for self-defense, but she wouldn't take the katana.
Right.
So it makes sense that she would go to the kitchen and grab a knife.
As she left, she said she just wanted a drink of water. But most likely...
She wanted a
The person who took the knife was the victim herself.
I'm sure she just took it for self-defense.
So you're saying the knife she took was then taken from her, and she was killed with it? In that case, you may not have taken the knife, but you still could have killed her.
What?
That is a good point.
See? He did do it after all.
Shut up, Toko.
No, you're wrong.
So, that's how you would twist the argument and send us all off in the wrong direction?
You're standing next to me. You're not facing me while saying that.
Exactly, yes. Stand.
You're the one facing the wrong direction.
You possess a most terrifying talent.
You're standing too close. I can smell you from here.
Damn, if I don't do something, they're gonna blame me for the murder. They've been doing that. Don't they understand? If they convict me, everyone's gonna die.
Hold on. It's still too early to decide conclusively that Makoto is the killer, wouldn't you say?
I feel like she's gonna end up getting murdered because she's too logical.
Because you see, if the room did belong to the killer, then they did something most bewildering. And until we unravel that little mystery, you simply can't declare that he's the killer.
Bewildering? What the hell are you talking about?
Switching the nameplates?
Something was missing from the scene of the crime that by all rights should have been there. You know what I'm talking about, don't you?
Your first Hangman's Gambit is about to begin. Would you like to hear more?
Absolutely.
As things advance further in the class trial, the Hangman's Gambit will eventually take place. The point of this is to reveal an important phrase related to the incident in question. You'll have to deduce the phrase from the letters flying around and the letters already known. Complete the phrase by shooting down the flying letters in the right order. Use the mouse to aim, then press the left mouse button to shoot the desired letters. If you shoot down the wrong letters, you'll suffer damage to your influence gauge. If the gauge reaches 0, or if you run out of time, you fail. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Okay, so don't...
Good luck out there, champ!
Something that should have been at the scene, but wasn't. That must be a crucial point. We can just figure out what that something is. Oh god.
Get ready for everyone's least favorite part of this game.
Ooh.
Now I understand.
Okay. Eventually it's going to not give me hints.
There wasn't a single hair on the floor.
It's gonna get a lot worse.
So, the culprit removed some evidence?
Yes. And if I were the culprit, why would I need to get rid of all the hair in my own room? It wouldn't be unusual at all to find my hair at the crime scene if the crime scene is in my room.
The reason all the hair was gone was to remove any trace that Sayaka had ever been there. That makes sense, does it not?
No. If that were the case, they would have had to do something about the body itself, not just her hair.
Yes, very true, very true.
Okay, then why wasn't there any hair on the ground?
Let
The
roller.
killer got rid of it all, of course, to remove any trace that they had ever been there.
Wait, then that means...
Precisely. It's simply beyond reason to believe that the room's owner and the killer are one and the same.
Then, Makoto isn't the culprit?
Are you sure we can decide something so important based solely on the absence of some hair?
Yes.
No. There are other reasons that prove why Makoto couldn't have done it.
I would like to hear these reasons.
Do you remember
So would
anything
I.
remarkable about the bathroom at the scene? Sayaka was attacked in the main room first, then fled into the bathroom, right?
Yeah, then they ran after her, got into the bathroom, and stabbed her.
And how did the killer get into the bathroom? Did they have any trouble with it?
What do you mean?
They definitely did.
Fairly certain that the killer had some trouble getting into the bathroom. There was clear evidence left behind. Do you remember, Makoto?
So they struggled to get into the bathroom. The evidence that proves it is the object the killer broke. Bathroom doorknob. Yay!
He's doing it!
Evidence that the killer
smart.
had trouble getting into the bathroom. You're talking about the doorknob, right?
I'm gently smart.
Huh? The doorknob? What doorknob?
The doorknob for my bathroom. It was completely broken. See how the top part was unscrewed? And the doorknob's about ready to fall off?
How are we getting these pictures? Does the e-handbook have a camera?
Oh yeah, true.
I guess so.
But what does it mean?
In trying to bypass the lock, they ended up nearly removing the entire doorknob. This is another most bewildering act for the room's owner. It proves Makoto is beyond suspicion.
So what? You're saying he wouldn't break the door in his own room?
It's already broken.
But if the only choice you have is to break it, you break it. There's nothing bewildering about it.
You still don't see? Okay then. Let's take another look at how the incident unfolded. Hopefully that will help you understand.
Kyoko said it was a bewildering act. I almost didn't notice it at first, but what is that the key point here?
There's a bit more learn about non-stop debates. Would you like to hear more?
Yes.
From here on out, the number of weak spots will start going up. But no matter how many weak spots, there's essentially only one lie or contradiction in that debate. What I'm trying to say is, not all weak spots you see are necessarily false. Use a truth bullet on the wrong one, and not only will you fail to refute it with what they said, but you'll also lower your trust with everyone, and your influence gauge will take damage. Now this is important because if your influence gauge reaches 0, you'll fail. You'll have to rely on your own logic to determine which weak spots are actually lies or contradictions. Well then, good luck and have fun!
Okay, so... Do I still have the orange to rely on, or no?
Yes, you do. But what they're trying to say is you'll have more orange, but not all of them are correct.
Okay.
Basically, at this point, you have to use the correct bullet with the correct weak spot.
Okay. So just kind of like matching up, or...
No. So go ahead and let's continue.
Okay. I'll figure it out.
Yeah. It'll be easy. Basically, just try not to hit the wrong one.
The incident took place in Makoto's room. Sayaka was first attacked in the main room. She then fled into the bathroom.
It might actually benefit you to just watch all of
Then
them.
the killer ran after her. And they got into the bathroom.
So watch all of it?
At that point, the killer had to try and bust down the door. Because Sayaka had locked it.
And finally, the culprit had Sayaka cornered.
And to finish the job, they stabbed her with the kitchen knife.
It was you, wasn't it, Makoto? Admit it.
No,
we
shut up,
already
Coco.
know the answer.
No, you don't. It's not because the door was locked.
Okay, did you happen to see what the answer was?
Yep.
Okay, cool.
No, there's a different reason entirely.
The incident took place in Makoto's room.
You can use, I believe, space. Oh.
Okay.
That's right, and control speeds it up, so...
Then the killer ran after her, and they got into the back. At that point, the killer had to try and bust down because Sayaka had locked it.
Shit.
There we go, good job. It benefits you to like watch it the first time and see what you think it is, but if you know it...
Yeah, like I knew it was the locked one, and then I just thought like... No, it was Leon that said the bullshit, and then it's like, wait, no, that was the wrong bullshit. The reason my bathroom didn't open wasn't because it was locked.
After all, the girls' rooms are the only ones with walking bathrooms, right?
Yes, now that you mention it, that is true.
Then why didn't your bathroom door open?
Because it was stuck.
Huh? What are you talking about?
My bathroom door doesn't fit in the frame quite right. Monokuma over there can testify to that.
Yup, true as true can be.
I love the music changes whenever Monokuma's talking.
You're supposed to be the ultimate lucky student, right? But to have such a cruddy door...
Whose fault is that?
Yeah.
That's not lucky at all.
No, it's pretty lucky because it's gonna save my ass.
So the reason the door didn't open was just because it was stuck. But the killer didn't know that and assumed it was locked. So they tore apart the doorknob to get in.
Okay, but then why would the killer even think the door was locked in the first place? Everyone should have known you can't lock any of the boys' bathrooms.
The killer could easily make that mistake, thanks to one important detail about the scene of the crime.
The switch nameplates.
Correct.
The killer was convinced the bathroom door was locked, so they didn't know that the door actually couldn't be locked. In other words, the important detail about the crime, the scene of the crime that they didn't know. The crime took place in my room.
My gun! The killer must not have realized that it was my room.
What? Are you saying the culprit didn't even know where he was? That's inconceivable.
And yet, he's absolutely right.
Keep using that word. I don't think you know what it means.
Well, to be more specific, what the killer didn't know was that Makoto and Sayaka had switched rooms, which is what led to the misunderstanding about the bathroom. If Sayaka had been in her own room, then
there would have been a lock on the door, and they would have had to break through.
So they had no idea how unnecessary their actions were.
ultimately, we can't know if it came open by force or simply by accident. But the killer must have been considerably confused, with no idea how they actually got the door opened.
Regardless, it was a pointless act. Wasting time trying to break down a door that wasn't locked is...
definitely something I wouldn't
His voice sounds so familiar.
Since I would have known exactly why it wasn't opening, right?
That is a definite possibility.
voice?
Yeah.
So the killer would have
I'm gonna
to
look
be
it up.
someone who didn't know they'd switched rooms?
Then Makoto couldn't have done it.
Yep, thank you for finally admitting that, Toko. That's what I've been trying to tell you.
Okay, then who did do it?
Calm your cornhead down.
I'm sorry, but I give up. Quit without saving.
No.
But what happens if we can't decide on who we think did it?
Well, why don't we just vote right now? Majority rules.
No, you fucking idiots.
Majority rules? You really think that's a good idea?
Yeah, our necks are on the line here. Someone seriously needs to do something. For serious.
Does no one have any other thoughts or questions? It does not matter how trivial they may seem.
Oh, as a matter of fact, I do have one question.
Yay!
Oh, you...
Stop being mean to her!
You don't gotta sound so disappointed.
It's fine, it's fine. Just ask your question.
Oh yeah. Okay, so, well, I was just wondering, how did the culprit get into Makoto's room in the first place?
Yes. How did the killer get inside?
Maybe Sayaka just dropped the key somewhere and the culprit picked it up. That's possible, right?
It was in the room.
I don't think so. That seems way too convenient.
Then maybe someone picked the lock?
The boys did have a tool set.
That's true.
Negative! If you remember, Monokuma made it quite clear that the locks are all unpickable.
Did he?
Fine.
Yep.
How about this? The killer got in the easy way.
Remember when we first got in our room and there was that note on the wall?
Oh, yeah.
Said that.
Okay.
They could have knocked and said they wanted
hate
to
this
talk
face of
or
his.
something, and Miss Maizono just let him in.
No, that can't be it either.
Oh, trying to argue against me? Sounds like someone doesn't know his place.
Damn.
Go back to watching Rick and Morty, asshole.
Hello? Why exactly can't that be it?
Because I told her not to.
She asked me to do something in particular because of how frightened she was.
That's the answer right there. There's no way Sayaka let someone in because... Okay, I'm thinking it's probably the switching rooms, because we said that we, like we said, we weren't going to let other people in.
And she promised, I won't let anybody in, even if I know it's you.
I got it!
Meaning if you're getting killed in the
Because
hallway,
Sayaka was
I'm not
already
gonna open the
scared,
door.
Remember? That's why she asked me to switch rooms in the first place.
Same goes for you, Sayaka. No matter who it is, don't open your door for anyone. Even if I'm sure it's you, I absolutely won't open it. Otherwise, what's the point of even switching? So yeah, she was well aware of that.
Knowing what she'd been through, I just can't believe she would have opened the door for anyone.
what if her being scared was a lie?
Huh? Well, what the hell is that supposed to mean? Why would she lie about something like that?
I know you don't want to consider it, but look at this and tell me.
Mono, you
Do
okay
you
there,
still
buddy?
deny the possibility?
Good lord. There's something I want to talk to you about, just us two. In 5 minutes, come see me in my room. Check the nameplates to make sure you don't get the wrong room, okay?
I found a notepad during my search, and I shaded in the top sheet with a pencil. And these are the words that appeared.
Oh man! I've totally seen people do that on detective shows.
Shut up!
When you write, it can leave an imprint. Sketch over the next sheet of paper, and you can see the words. When I saw that, I was like, holy crap! I better make sure I rip the paper out before I use it from now on.
I'm gonna remember that.
It's a pretty old-fashioned technique. But even the classics can be surprisingly useful sometimes.
She's gonna be like the ultimate detective or something.
Oh, and I should also mention, I found the notepad on the desk in Makoto's room.
Huh?
Which means only someone who had been in Makoto's room before the incident could have written it.
then either it was Makoto who lived there, or Sayaka who switched rooms for a single night.
So, Makoto, did you write this?
Why am I so tired? God damn, wake up.
What?
Things are happening.
Of course.
How can you be sleepy during this?
Because the note also bears a perfectly legible signature. Sayaka's signature.
Then that note. Sayaka wrote it?
But why? Why would she write that?
The note was likely her way of getting in touch with a certain someone. She must have slid it under their door to let them know she wanted to meet with them in secret.
If you got an invitation like that from the ultimate pop sensation, what young man could resist?
That's also a good point.
I'm still suspicious of him.
Of course, I'm only into 2D, so it wouldn't have any effect on me.
You're not convincing me!
You think this man's capable of murder? Look at him.
He could fucking sit on someone and murder them.
He can turn upside down. He could spin him like a top.
He could lift his armpits and kill someone with his BO, probably.
But can we be sure anyone even got this note? And honestly, even if they did, I do not think they are at all involved in what happened.
Huh? What makes you say that?
Would you like to hear what I have to say? Very well then. Pay attention.
We didn't get to answer! Make your argument. Or nameplates.
Mondo, chill!
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct?
Yep.
But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says, my room.
I see. So if someone read that note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in. So in other words, even if someone did read the note and did what it said, they would not have any connection to what happened.
It certainly would seem that way.
The killer went to my room instead of Sayaka's. And the reason for that has to be because of what got switched between Mai and Sayaka's rooms.
Sayaka and Makoto switched rooms, correct? But in the note, the place they were asked to come to, it specifically says,
so did I shoot this
my
one?
room.
No.
I see. So if someone read
It did
that
say
note, then they would have gone to Sayaka's room.
Exactly. The room that Makoto was staying in.
No, that's wrong. The nameplates on Mai and Sayaka's rooms got switched.
They got switched?
Okay.
That's right. The nameplates got switched.
They didn't know
just like
that
the
they got
rooms
switched.
themselves.
Okay.
As a result,
Yeah, I was trying to think. Who knew about all
room
that?
actually had Makoto's name. And the nameplate on Makoto's room had Sayaka's.
So what you're saying is, the room Sayaka was staying in was actually marked as her room.
Then,
Correct.
if someone did do what the note said, they would end up at Makoto's room where Sayaka was.
Plus, their rooms are right next to each other, so switching the nameplates would be no problem. And the one who switched the names was... Well, of course it wasn't you, right, Makoto?
Nope.
Right?
I didn't even know it happened.
Okay, then who did it?
There's only one person who could have switched the nameplates. The only other person who knew we had switched rooms. Would it be the killer?
Only person who knew we had switched rooms. No, the killer didn't know. Remember, the killer didn't know about the bathrooms.
Yeah.
And forced
okay.
it in, so...
So it'd be Sayaka.
Yes, but before you do, we're gonna end the episode here.
Okay.
Because it's been going on for a while now, and it's pretty good.
How do we pause?
Midpoint?
Okay.
Good enough.
Because it was running out of time there.
Yeah.
Alright, so yeah, we're gonna end the episode here. And we're gonna figure out who the killer is and who done it in the next episode, which will be up on Krys's channel, right?
KrysInColor, so go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss it. And subscribe to Lizzie Noble while you're here and like the video, please. Thank you. Lizzie. Okay, so you at the beginning you said you had suspicions of Hiro and Hina and Hifumi
And I also had suspicions of Byakuya.
Byakuya as well. Now they're at this point of the trial. What do you think?
Okay, so I think Hina is completely cleared.
Yeah.
Like, Hina had a pretty solid alibi because, you know, she was off Netflix and chilling with Sakura. But I'm still suspicious of Hifumi, just because of his language and it's Hifumi.
He's digging himself into a hole.
Yeah, he needs to learn to fucking drop the shovel.
Yeah. I'm
still suspicious of Hiro because we haven't really gotten any information out of him at all. But I might be thinking too Among Us in that people who are very quiet sometimes just are not wanting to speak up because it'll drag the attention to them. So I might be thinking too far into that. So I'm suspicious of Hifumi because if he's Hifumi, Hiro because he's too quiet while he was panicking for the entire rest of the time, and Byakuya. Hina is no longer on my list of suspicions.
Okay.
I'm also, this is gonna sound really dumb, I'm suspicious of Sayaka.
You think she did it herself?
Kinda. Like, there's some things that, like with her behavior and with her getting the weapon and etc, etc. If fingerprints were a thing, I would not be questioning this. But
we gotta work with what we got here.
Yep.
Okay, well, those are all pretty interesting. I will talk you out of your suspicions, or I'll analyze them when we get a little further in. But we'll have to do that next time on my channel. So go ahead and subscribe so you don't miss them.
Yep. And please don't make fun of me if my theories are wrong. If you already know and I'm wrong, please remember this is my first time playing through. So yeah.
Don't worry, I'll be here. I'll be here for you guys to let her know when she's wrong or not.
Okay. Bye.